So here I am in Israel straight after a 12-day war fought between Israel and Iran. And it does make you think in the future how people will look back at this period in the greater arc of history. And when we're talking about Iran, well, it is a very long and distinguished history. I've often said that it is probably the number one country that I would love to visit as a travel vlogger. Just a vlogger, not a political commentator, in order to see all the amazing things that there is in that country and the incredible history of that country. Unfortunately, I can't do that, but instead I've decided to compile this 10-minute or so, we'll see how long it comes out in the recording, video compressing the 4,000-year history of Iran for your pleasure. So, let's put on my History Channel voice and begin. In the year 3000 BC. Forget it. I'm just going to use my regular voice. In the year 3000 BC, a civilization emerged in today's western Iran, the Elamites. Centered around one of the great cities of the age, Susa, the Elamites ruled a large and sophisticated society, using one of the world's earliest writing systems, Elamite cuneiform, influenced by the nearby Sumerians. The Elamites traded and battled with powerful neighbors in Mesopotamia and the Indus Valley for centuries, until the year 700 BC, when the Medes emerged, establishing a short-lived empire by uniting several Iranian tribes. In 550 BCE, the Median Empire was overthrown by Cyrus the Great from the Achaemenid tribe, who founded the Achaemenid Empire, the largest empire in history up to that time, stretching from the Balkans and Eastern Europe to the Indus Valley. Cyrus is remembered not only for military conquests, but also for progressive policies, such as the Cyrus Cylinder, considered the first declaration of human rights. For instance, in 538 BC, Cyrus issued his Edict of Restoration, mentioned in the Hebrew Bible, allowing the exiled Jews to return to Jerusalem and rebuild their sacred temple destroyed by the Babylonians, ushering in the Second Temple period. The book of Isaiah describes Cyrus as anointed by God for the task, making him a messianic-like figure, the only non-Jew in the Bible to receive such a title. In 331 BC, Alexander the Great won a stunning victory against Darius III in the Battle of Gaugamela, marking the end of the Achaemenid dynasty and beginning the Hellenistic period in Iran. After Alexander's death, his empire fragmented, and Iran was ruled by the Seleucid Empire, a Hellenistic state. Greek culture flourished, especially in western Iran, but local resistance grew. By the 2nd century BCE, the Parthians, an Iranian tribe from northeastern Iran, overthrew the Seleucids and established the Parthian Empire. Known for their skilled cavalry and decentralized governance, the Parthians were frequently at war with the Romans. They revived Iranian traditions such as Zoroastrianism, but blended them with Hellenistic elements. In 224 CE, the Sasanian Empire, founded by Ardashir I, replaced the Parthians. The Sasanians claimed descent from the Achaemenids and styled themselves as heirs to Persian greatness. The empire reached its cultural and political height under Shapur I and Khosrow I. The Sasanians built grand cities, developed Persian literature and art, and maintained a complex bureaucracy. Despite military success, this empire was weakened by internal strife and plague. In 636, Arab Muslim forces defeated the Sasanian army at Qadisiyah, and by 651, the last Sasanian Shah was killed, marking the Islamic conquest of Iran. Following the conquest, Iran became part of the rapidly expanding Islamic Caliphate under the Rashidun, Umayyad, and Abbasid dynasties. Many Iranians converted to Islam, though Zoroastrian communities persisted for centuries. While the Arab rulers initially held dominance, Persians gradually regained influence within the Islamic world. The Abbasid Caliphate, with its capital in Baghdad, was heavily influenced by Persian culture. Intellectuals like Ibn Sina, Ferdowsi, and Al-Khwarizmi ushered in an Islamic golden age of science, literature, and philosophy. In the 11th century, Turkish Seljuks, who had converted to Islam, took control of Iran and much of the Middle East. They established a Sunni revival and patronized Persian art and science, with cities like Isfahan flourishing. In the early 13th century, Genghis Khan's Mongol invasion devastated Iran. By 1258, the Mongols had sacked Baghdad and destroyed the Abbasid Caliphate. Iran came under the control of the Ilkhanate, a Mongol state that gradually converted to Islam and adopted Persian administrative practices. After the Ilkhanids, Iran fragmented into various regional powers. The Timurids, led by the great Tamerlane, controlled parts of eastern Iran and Central Asia. While Timur's campaigns were brutal, the Timurid Renaissance fostered advances in Persian architecture, literature, and art, particularly in cities like Herat and Samarkand. Western Iran fell under the control of the Turkmen dynasties like Kara Koyunlu and Ak Koyunlu, who ruled until the rise of the Safavids. The Safavids, under Shah Ismail I, established 12-ver Shia Islam as the state religion in 1501, transforming Iran into a Shia-majority country and set it apart from its Sunni neighbors, especially the Ottomans. Under Shah Abbas I, the empire reached its peak. He moved the capital to Isfahan, which became a showcase of Persian architecture. The Safavid state eventually declined due to internal corruption, military weakness, and external invasions. In 1722, Afghan tribesmen captured Isfahan, leading to the empire's collapse. After a chaotic period, Nader Shah, a brilliant military leader, expelled the Afghans and crowned himself in 1736, founding the Afsharid dynasty and invading India. Though powerful, his reign was brutal and he was assassinated in 1747. In 1796, Agha Muhammad Khan founded the Qajar dynasty, reuniting Iran. The Qajars ruled a weakened Iran facing European imperialism, internal corruption, and modernization pressures. In the early 19th century, Iran fought Russia in the Russo-Persian Wars and was forced to cede territory in the treaties of Gulistan and Turkmenchai. British and Russian interference dominated Iranian politics, especially regarding oil and trade. The Constitutional Revolution of 1906 forced the Qajars to accept a parliament, the Majlis, and constitution, introducing modern political ideas. In 1925, Reza Shah Pahlavi, a military officer, deposed the Qajars and became Shah. He pursued aggressive modernization, secularization, and nation building, reforming education and dress codes in the military. He renamed Persia to Iran in 1935. But during the Second World War, the Allies forced Reza Shah to abdicate due to his pro-German sympathies. His son, Mohammad Reza Shah, took the throne. Post-war Iran saw political ferment, culminating in the 1951 election of Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh, who nationalized Iran's oil industry. But in 1953, a CIA-backed coup removed Mossadegh and restored the Shah's power. His white revolution of the 1960s promoted land reform and women's rights, but his westernization and autocratic rule, notably by Savak, the secret police, fueled dissent among the clergy and the poor. Notably, Iran's relations with Israel at this time were excellent, including direct flights between Tehran and Tel Aviv, and Iran was Israel's main supplier of oil. In 1979, a popular revolution led by Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini overthrew the Shah. The monarchy was abolished and soon Khomeini disposed of his fellow revolutionaries, seizing complete power. Iran became an Islamic republic governed by Wilayat el-Faqih, the rule of the jurist, blending theocracy and republicanism. Khomeini cut off all ties with Israel, calling it an enemy of Islam. From 1980 to 1988, Iran fought a devastating war with neighboring Iraq, started by Saddam Hussein, which claimed over 1 million lives. In this decade, Iran helped found some of its main proxies in the Middle East, Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas, and the Houthis in Yemen. After Khomeini's death in 1989, Ali Khamenei succeeded as supreme leader. Iran began accelerating its nuclear program, leading to economic sanctions. In 2024, the long-fought shadow war between Israel and Iran turned into open conflict for the first time, when Iran launched a missile and drone attack on Israel. In 2025, Israel launched its surprise attack on military and nuclear facilities in Iran, starting a 12-day conflict, culminating in a U.S. bombing of Iran's main nuclear facility, and then an imposed ceasefire. So there you have it, folks, a 4,000-year or condensed 4,000-year history of Iran, which means I probably left some things out, maybe misrepresented several stuff. If so, please let me know in the comments below. And what can I say? I hope that things change in the future and that sometime during my lifetime I actually get to visit Iran and make a vlog from Iran. I don't think that's ever going to be possible under the Islamic Republic, but you know, things can change, so we'll see. In the meanwhile, sending much love to the people of Iran and wishing them all the very best, and wishing you guys the best, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.